Hey, what is up, everybody? This is the Great Puckatini coming at you on behalf of PuckettFanShop.com. What I've got for you tonight, or this morning, I should say, it's early Thursday morning, is my 2019-2020 NFL DFS projections for Week 1 for FanDuel, for DraftKings, and for Yahoo. I'm going to turn my pointer on here. So let's get into it. This is my long awaited. I'm super excited about tonight opening of Thursday night football. You got the Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers. Super excited for the game tonight, for the games this weekend. So let's jump into it. See what we got here. What I want to do is, first of all, let's just want to tell you to check back often. I will post my projections on Wednesday night. And every Wednesday night, I'll try to. I'm late. This is Thursday morning, but I'm going to try to get them on Wednesday night, and then I update them again on Saturday for the Sunday games. Right now, my projections are for free, like I say here, but they will not be for long. So, jump on it, check them out tonight if you see this, and put them in your favorite optimizers or CSV file. Put them in your in some type of optimizer and get some lineups and check them out. Put them in tonight and see if you win some or Sunday. All right, now what I've done is for each position I've got just a top five, just to kind of give you a little taste of what I got here. So top five quarterbacks for tonight for all three of these slates would be Patrick Mahomes is number one. He's always um, almost unstoppable against any defense. He's always got to be a play. Drew Brees has so many weapons around him. Carson Wentz coming back from injuries a lot, last year. That I'm thinking he'll have a good game. Jameis Winston and Jimmy Garoppolo. But it's real hard, in this first week. You don't know. It's a lot of a guessing game. You have to go on what the defense did last year. So it's not a perfect science. We'll see how it goes. But like I say, I think those are going to be the top five tonight. Top five running backs with Christian McCaffrey. He's a good receiver out of the backfield. Those backs that can catch it and run it always show to do better. I think I've seen they're 10 to 15% higher in points. Dalvin Cook's knowing that he can run and catch. Ezekiel Elliott, my Dallas Cowboys, he's just now the newly signed, the highest paid running back in the NFL now. I wish they wouldn't have done that. But anyway, they did need Ezekiel. He's a great player. Uh, and let's see, Alvin Kamara, he's another one that can do both. And then Chris Carson from the Seattle Seahawks. He's going to get a big workload. He's going to be supposed to be the man this year for them, and we're going to see how he does. But you see, probably these Carson, I guess, catches some out of the backfield, but the top four is really are dual. They catch it and run it, and that's what you want in your running backs nowadays. In the NFL, you want to be able to do both, and these guys can. Then let's jump over to my top five wide receivers. You have Michael Thomas from New Orleans first. It's always kind of scared of New Orleans. They got so many good players. You got Thomas, you got Kamara, you got several other, the tight end Watson there. I think he's still with them. I can't remember now. But they have so many weapons. It's hard to pick who's going to go off. But I think Michael Thomas will be a top five receiver. DeAndre Hopkins, I think, should have a good game tonight. Adam Thielen with the Minnesota Vikings. Mike Evans, Tampa Bay, they're playing. Oh my goodness, I'm going brain dead. But it looks like it's going to be a shootout with who they're playing. Should go back and forth. And I can't remember who they're playing though, right off the top of my head. I should have typed it down there. But then also Robert Woods, the Los Angeles Rams. I'm looking to have a big game. So those are my top five wide receivers. Like I say, you know, Michael Thomas, I think he's the Saints' all-time leading receiver, set the record last year. But anyways, those are the top five guys. And this could change by Sunday now. That's why I say I'm going to update. So if I see anything changing, I'm constantly running my spreadsheets. I've got a ton of spreadsheets I've been working on and just constantly running numbers and checking and doing everything. So anyway, those top five wide receivers. And then last but certainly not least, the top five tight ends because, Travis Kelce last year and George Kittle both, especially Kelce, had a huge year last year where he was scoring more than receivers. He was really a huge target of Patrick Mahomes. Then you got George Kittle. He's projected to have a really good game. And then Zach Ertz, Jared Cook with the Rams, and then Hunter Henry, who's come back from injury. He's an old Arkansas Razorback, and he's coming back from injury this year for the Chargers. And look for him to have a big game on his first game back. So those are the top five tight ends. Like I said, a lot of times these guys here can put up numbers as big as your receivers. So especially Kelsey and Kittle, those two are really weapons, real weapons. But anyway, so those top five tight ends. Up next are my top five defenses. First off, and this is kind of going from off last year. It's hard to know what's going to be happening here this season early. But the Los Angeles Chargers, last year they got a lot of sacks that forces interceptions, turnovers, and that's what you need in daily fantasy. Baltimore Ravens, they're always going to have low-scoring games usually. They're going to get after the quarterback. They're going to play tough defense. So usually do pretty good. New Orleans, you think they're going to get in. They're going to score a lot of points. So that's going to put the other team in a bind. They're going to have to throw the ball. They're going to have to try to score points too, and that might be more than they can do. So that causes turnovers. Philadelphia's the same way. You're thinking they're going to score points, put a lot of pressure on the other team's offense, which will cause turnovers. And then Seattle, a lot of times they have some low-scoring games. They're wanting to run the ball with Chris Carson. So you're hoping they'll, keep the score down. And they're always pretty good defensively, get sacks, get turnovers. So I think they would be a good play as well. So those are my top five defenses. And once again, this is not just something I think of off the top of my head. I run spreadsheets and I have a ton of spreadsheets going, and I have 10 or 12 that are all intertwined and trying to figure out who's doing best. But I had a lot of success last year. So you get these projections for free, but I'll talk about that here in a second. So now what I want you to do is go get my projections. Click the links below. I have a link to where you can download them, I believe. I'm kind of new to that. I'm learning. So if you have any problems, send me an email or leave me a message here on this video telling me if you have any issues, and I will fix it. I promise. I'll make it right. Click the links below. There's CSV files. So all you need to do, I think, is download them, or you might copy and paste them. Download or copy and paste them to a Google Doc, and then download it to your computer as a CSV if you have to. Then upload it into a lineup optimizer. But anyway, whatever you have to do there, plug them into a lineup optimizer tool and watch the money roll in. Put them in that optimizer, let it make a bunch of lineups, pick the ones you like. You can edit them, play with it. But you can hardly find good projections right now. You have all these sites that want to give you, all the tools, but it's hard to get projections, that you want. And I've done that. These are projections that you would want, trust me, because I'm going to use them myself. And and a lot of these sites now too are giving you lineups, and I'm doing that right now, trying to just see how it goes. And I'm losing money with lineups they give me. They give me, I suppose, the best lineup. The best lineup don't win a lot of times that they give you, because you don't know what their sauce is. You don't know how they're making those projections. In videos in the future, I'll try to show you kind of some of my spreadsheets, how I go about doing it. Just been super busy with the upcoming season, trying to get everything going. I'm still doing baseball too, trying to figure out how to do my projections a little better there. So I'm always trying to learn and get better. But I did pretty good last year in football. And I had a pretty good system. It's not foolproof, of course, not 100% guaranteed to win money. But I'm giving you the projections that are pretty good. And then you pick your lineups how you want to. But I'm giving you the projections. A lot of these places, they're making them and you don't know how they're doing them. So anyway, so go get these projections down below. Go to that website and you can. I promise you, you'll win some money and do good. That's all I got. Good luck this year, and we'll be seeing you. I'll update these Saturday night. I'll try to. Again, I got it on tonight for the Thursday night games, Bears and Packers. I'll update it again on Saturday night, Sunday morning, hopefully Saturday night.